kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's Walker to start the drive. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque.
Yeah, I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Locke working out of the gun. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. The Seahawks at 4-3, a game over 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Locke. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through on Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he'll just get rid of it. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, he's want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Jones will try and run with it. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
They're great to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, so we thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Gano's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Locke. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back. Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw from his end zone, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. They get 16 out of it, but they still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yards that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of that. And now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was... intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 2nd and a couple, Jones flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all those receivers downfield.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Jones. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On play action, Locke. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Locke exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers.
This will be from 49 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Locke going to throw. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Another pass complete to Bellinger. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's fielded at the 34. Able to slither by. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Left side complete to Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 26 yards.
And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone, defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Given 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because
They have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far, good second half. And well, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Locke exits on 4th down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers.
This will be a 34-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now, the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and 15 now. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running left is Walker. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
And now here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. These guys are going to be fully ruined now. We're going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but
They can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show.
And now off to the races, down the right side, past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort. They want to play it all the way out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our...
He's got him in, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted.
so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Walker.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Seahawks,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.